Good morning, family. Welcome to today's Lessons for Life. Today's Tuesday, August 18, 2009, is a reading in 2 Kings chapter 10. And as always, before I begin, I encourage you to read the chapter through for yourself and see what you get from it. And you can email us and we'll put it on our blog. But we see here King Jehu goes through. There's a lot of fighting and destruction in this chapter. He removes those of King Ahab and his family, and he even destroys all the Baal worshippers. He's able to assemble them all together, and it gets to a point where it says towards the end of the chapter that the Lord was really pleased with what King Jehu had done, and he establishes his line as reigning over Israel for several generations. But then immediately after that, it says that then King Jehu didn't do, he didn't really keep the ways of the Lord. And one thing I got as I even read that portion of the chapter, because I saw the things that King Jehu was doing at the beginning, which was so gung-ho for the Lord, and then it seems like he just kind of fell off. But one lesson I got from that is, and this is something we could have picked up from before too, was your relationship with the Lord has to be a really consistent walk. You don't want to be all gung-ho at one point and then just let it tail off to now you're not walking right, or you're not doing the ways of the Lord. It needs to be a consistent walk. The relationship has to continue and even grow. So we see King Jehu here who, now when he's not walking correctly with the Lord, then that was really where his story ended. There was something that I've heard Bishop say this before in regards to health, and he even said it again this past weekend while I was with him, and it reminded me of this. If someone is on a quote-unquote diet and they're doing really great, and then one day they just come off the diet for a little bit, or they mess up, they do something, that they eat something they know they shouldn't have eaten, then they shouldn't just completely throw away the diet, but get back onto their plan of eating healthy or eating right. Just because you made one mistake, don't completely abandon that plan that you had. It's the same way, and I'm thinking, as I was thinking about reading this chapter, in our walk with the Lord, that if there's a mistake, if there's an error that is made on our part, then acknowledge the error and realize the error that was made, so you don't continue to make that error again, and get back onto your walk with the Lord. So it has to be it's a journey. So that was one thing I thought about as I was reading the chapter. I definitely wanted to share with you for Lessons for Life, just how it has to be a consistent, continual walk with the Lord. And if you remember, even King David, now he wasn't perfect. He made some mistakes, but he still got back in track with the Lord and continued to walk with the Lord. So that's something that we can definitely learn from, because we'll all make mistakes at one point or another, and it's really for us to acknowledge the error so we don't continue it, but then get back on track so that we don't let that one mistake take us off course from where we're supposed to be. So that was what I wanted to share for you for Lessons for Life. With that, create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today, and we'll talk again tomorrow.